Whether you've been a registered Republican your entire life or are new to the party, it can be difficult to understand the organization behind that little r next to a candidate's name on the ballot. So let's cover the basics. How is the Republican Party organized in Florida? Every voter belongs to a precinct for voting purposes. Precincts vary in size from just a handful of voters to thousands, and multiple precincts can vote at the same polling place on Election Day. For simplicity's sake, it's easiest to think of the precinct organization as the neighborhood level of the party. Every precinct gets a precinct committee man and woman, who may also have an alternate. They are publicly elected every 4 years in the Republican primary, though they are usually unopposed and therefore don't appear on the ballot. A precinct gets one committee man and one committee woman for every 1,000 voters. So a precinct with 400 voters has just one committee man and woman, while a precinct with 7,500 has 7 committee men and 7 committee women. What do precinct committee men and women do? If you're a Republican, they're actually the elected official closest to you and are your connection to the party. They act as a resource for voters in their precinct and communicate information about how to get involved, candidates, elected officials, and election information. If you don't know your precinct committee man or woman, there may not be one in your area currently. If you're interested in strengthening the Republican Party and our republic, consider getting involved and stepping up to serve for your area. In large counties with more than 40 precincts, the party can be divided up into districts, usually drawn along existing election lines like those of a county commission. These districts include lots of precincts. All precinct committee men and women in a district meet together to elect district-level leadership, which consists of a district chair, vice chair, and secretary. The precincts and districts make up the Republican Executive Committee for the county, which is responsible for county-level party activity and fundraising. Depending on the size of the county and number of registered voters, there can literally be thousands of positions on a Republican Executive Committee. The precinct committee men and women in a county, along with a handful of other voting members, elect leadership for the county's Executive Committee. These leaders are elected from membership and serve for 2-year terms. They are the chair, vice chair, treasurer, and secretary. The executive board of the committee consists of these officers, the district chairs, as well as the state committee man and woman. The state committee man and woman are the only publicly elected representatives on the executive board. They are charged with helping fulfill the objectives of the party by activating voters and getting Republicans elected. They also act as liaisons to the state party and serve on the state executive committee. Each of the 67 counties in Florida gets just one state committee man and woman. At the state level, the Republican State Executive Committee has 3 types of members. Members elected to or from the committee include the RPOF chair, the REC chair from each county in Florida, the state committee men and women from the 67 counties, and the national committee man and woman. The at-large members of the committee include all of Florida's U.S. congressmen who are Republican, all Republican statewide elected officials, the Republican Senate president or minority leader, and the House Speaker or minority leader, depending on which party is in the majority. Appointees to the committee include 10 Republicans from the Florida Senate who are appointed by the Senate president, 10 Republicans from the House who are appointed by the House Speaker, and 10 Republicans who are chosen and appointed by the Republican governor. Add that all together, and depending on the number of Republican elected officials we have, there are easily over 200 members of this committee. That's a lot of committee people and lots of committees. What's the point of it all? In general, the objective is to uphold the principles of freedom, equality, and justice on which this party was founded. We do this in a number of ways, including by finding and getting qualified Republicans elected, by fostering loyalty to the Republican Party and its principles, by promoting an informed electorate, and by increasing Republican voter registration. The stronger each level of the party organization is, the more effective the party becomes. While a precinct committee man may only serve 400 voters, if he magnifies that duty, his impact is felt far beyond the precinct. We are the party of the Constitution, and we, the people of the Republican Party, aim to form a more perfect union in our party, in our state, and in our country. If you're interested in being part of our movement and striving toward a more prosperous future for America, join us. You are needed, and there is a place for you.